All right, so we've got this article you sent over called "Investing in AI: Why Canada is Leading the Way, CIFAR's Role in AI Funding."
Okay.
And it's from a website called TATANKA.
Yeah.
And it seems like you're really interested in how Canada has kind of, become this big player in the AI world,
Definitely.
especially with this CIFAR organization. You know what they're all about.
Yeah. CIFAR is fascinating.
So we're gonna like dive into all that, how Canada's attracting all these global investors and becoming this AI development hotspot.
Sounds good.
So yeah, buckle up. It's gonna be a wild ride.
What's really interesting is how Canada isn't just throwing money at AI,
Yeah.
and just hoping for the best.
Yeah.
They've got this like carefully crafted strategy.
Mm-mm.
And this article really highlights how CIFAR,
Uh-huh.
the Canadian Institute for Advanced Research,
Go ahead.
they're like the maestro, conducting this whole AI orchestra.
So they're not just like the bankroll, just funding every
No,
project.
no. They're more like strategic investors, carefully choosing where to put the government's money, supporting research and development all across Canada.
Right.
And it's making Canada super attractive to global investors.
It's like they've found the secret sauce and everyone wants a taste.
Exactly.
So this article talks about Canada's AI strategy having like three main pillars:
Okay.
foundational research, talent development, and global collaboration.
Yeah.
Let's start with the foundation, the research itself.
Sure.
How does CIFAR actually support that?
Well, so far, they focus on these three big AI institutes. The Vector Institute in Toronto,
Okay.
Mila in Montreal, and AMI in Edmonton.
Gotcha.
And each of them, they have their own specialty, like specialized chefs in this Michelin star kitchen.
Right.
Like the Vector Institute, for example.
Yeah.
They're known for their work in deep learning, specifically for image recognition. And they're doing some really cool stuff in healthcare using AI to analyze medical images.
Oh, wow.
Which is leading to faster and more accurate diagnoses.
So it's not just funding anything AI related.
Nope.
It's about like targeting specific areas where Canada can really excel.
Exactly. It's about leveraging their strengths,
Right.
and fostering this environment where innovation can flourish.
Mm.
And it's not just about like short-term wins.
Yeah.
CIFAR allows these institutes to take on these super ambitious long-term projects
Okay.
that could really revolutionize industries.
Like what kinds of things?
Well, think about things like using AI to personalize cancer treatments or create these intelligent systems to manage our energy consumption,
Oh.
making the planet greener. These are the kinds of groundbreaking advancements that make investors line up.
That makes sense.
Okay.
But even with amazing research, you need those bright minds to actually do it.
Oh, absolutely.
You can't build this world-class AI ecosystem without the people to power it.
You're totally right.
Okay.
And that's where CIFAR's Pan-Canadian AI strategy comes in.
Okay.
It was launched back in 2017, and it's like this talent incubator nurturing the next generation of AI superstars. Imagine a country just brimming with these brilliant AI minds all working together, pushing the limits of what's possible.
Yeah.
It's like a magnet for investors looking for that long-term sustainable growth in the AI sector.
And I bet these programs like the CIFAR AI chairs are a big part of that.
Oh, for sure. Those chairs are like beacons attracting top researchers and students from all over the world.
Right.
It's not just about providing funding. It's about building this exciting intellectual atmosphere
Yeah.
where these bright minds can really thrive.
So it's like they're not just attracting brains, they're creating an ecosystem
Yeah,
where they can connect, collaborate, make magic happen.
that's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And that's incredibly appealing to investors seeking that long-term growth.
Okay, so we've got the research, we've got the talent. Now, what about that third pillar? The global collaboration.
Right.
The article mentioned how Canada's teaming up with other countries, companies, and universities.
Yeah.
Why is that so crucial, especially for investors?
Well, think about it. No one achieves anything truly great by themselves. Collaboration takes Canada's research network and explodes it. They suddenly have access to all this knowledge, different perspectives, resources from around the world.
So it's like that brain trust we were talking about, but amplified to a whole new level.
Exactly. And for investors, that's a game changer. It's not just about research and development anymore. It's about tapping into global markets, a wider range of innovation opportunities.
So they see that Canada's not just playing in the AI sandbox,
Yep.
they're shaping it.
Exactly.
Okay, this all sounds really impressive, but let's get down to brass tacks. How are investors actually reacting to all of this?
Right.
The article introduces us to this investor named 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧.
Yeah, 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧. She's a great example of how Canada's AI strategy is attracting investors.
Okay.
She's seen it all in the tech world,
Hmm.
but she was drawn to the potential of AI, particularly in Canada.
She sounds like someone who doesn't just follow trends. She seeks out the things that will reshape the world.
That's 𝗧𝗧𝗧. And she sees that potential in Canada. What really intrigued her about CIFAR was their strategic approach.
Oh, okay.
They weren't just handing out money, they were investing in the future of AI across the entire country.
Gotcha.
She was really impressed by CIFAR's national reach. You know how they were connecting all these different AI centers, each with their own specialty?
It's like they're creating this symphony of AI innovation with each institute playing its own unique part.
Exactly. And remember those three major institutes we talked about?
Yeah.
𝗧𝗧𝗧 saw how they're tackling real-world problems in so many different areas, healthcare, sustainable technology.
Yeah.
It showed investors that Canada was serious about AI.
So she's not just interested in the tech itself, but also the human side of things.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
She recognized that investing in CIFAR wasn't just about funding research. It was about investing in the people who will lead this AI revolution. She was inspired by the passion and dedication of the young AI researchers she met. They weren't just looking for jobs.
Right.
They were driven to push the boundaries of what was possible with AI.
It sounds like she's looking for more than just financial returns.
Yeah.
She wants to be a part of something bigger, something that will have a positive impact.
That's a key takeaway from 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧's story. She sees Canada's AI ecosystem as something that's not just about making money, but about creating a better future.
That's powerful. And that message resonates with a lot of investors these days.
For sure. It shows them that Canada is serious about building a brighter future.
And that brings us back to global collaboration.
Right.
We talked about how Canada is actively partnering with all these international organizations.
Yeah.
How did that factor into 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧's decision to invest?
Well, she understands that in today's world, isolation just leads to stagnation. But Canada's dedication to global collaboration opened up so many possibilities.
Like what?
It gives them access to this vast network of knowledge and talent and resources.
It's like plugging all those brilliant minds we talked about into a global innovation network.
Exactly. And for an investor like 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧, that's incredibly attractive. It means her investment has the potential to create a ripple effect across the entire AI landscape.
So she's not just investing in Canada.
Right.
She's investing in the future of AI on a global scale.
Precisely. And that's what makes Canada so appealing to investors like 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧. They're not just participating in the AI revolution.
Yeah.
They're actively shaping it in a way that's both ambitious and responsible.
It sounds like they're taking this long-term strategic approach that considers not just the technological advancements, but also the societal impact.
Exactly. It's not just about building cool tech. It's about building a better future. You've hit the nail on the head. And that's what sets Canada apart in the global AI race.
Okay.
They're not just chasing profits.
Right.
They're building an AI ecosystem that's designed to benefit all of humanity. And for investors who are looking to make a real difference in the world, that's an incredibly compelling proposition.
So we've covered a lot of ground today exploring how Canada is strategically positioning itself as this global leader in AI, and specifically how CIFAR is playing this crucial role in that journey.
We've seen how they're investing in research, cultivating talent, fostering global collaboration, all while keeping their eye on the future of AI development.
Right.
It's truly impressive, and it's attracting attention from all over the world.
And when we come back, in part 2, we're going to delve into the stories of other key players in the Canadian AI landscape and explore why this is becoming such an important factor for investors like 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧. Stay tuned, because things are about to get really interesting.
I can't wait. Welcome back. You know, before we move on, I wanted to circle back to something we talked about earlier.
Okay.
That idea of Canada's AI strategy being like a symphony.
Right?
I think it's a really fitting metaphor.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Well, we talked about CIFAR as the conductor, right? But what makes this symphony so powerful is the sheer diversity of instruments. It's not just those three major AI institutes we talked about.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of other players contributing to this rich tapestry of AI in Canada.
So there's more to this orchestra than meets the eye.
Absolutely. For example, you've got this vibrant startup ecosystem.
Okay.
Canada has this incredible number of AI startups, all bringing their own unique sound to the symphony.
Right.
They're tackling all sorts of challenges, from developing AI-powered medical devices to coming up with innovative solutions for sustainable agriculture.
So it's like this whole section of up-and-coming musicians, all full of energy, ready to make their mark on the world.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And they're not just playing solo, you know.
Yeah.
Canada's created this environment where these startups can connect with investors, mentors, industry experts,
Okay.
people who can help them grow and scale their businesses.
So it's not just about fostering innovation, it's about making sure it can actually thrive.
Exactly. And that's another area where government policies are so crucial.
Right.
Canada's put in place a bunch of initiatives to support these AI startups.
Like what kind of things?
Well, things like tax incentives, funding programs, streamlined regulations. They're really creating this environment where entrepreneurs can focus on what they do best, building groundbreaking solutions.
I've also heard that Canada's immigration policies are playing a big role in attracting AI talent from around the world.
That's a huge piece of the puzzle. Canada gets how important it is to attract and keep that top global talent.
Right.
So they've got a number of programs to make it easier for skilled AI professionals to immigrate to Canada,
Okay.
like expedited visa processing and pathways to permanent residency.
So they're really rolling out the red carpet.
They are. And this influx of global talent is bringing in fresh ideas, perspectives, expertise. It's further enriching that AI symphony we were talking about.
So it's this multifaceted approach.
Yeah.
You've got these supportive government policies, a thriving startup scene, and this welcoming environment for global talent,
Exactly.
all playing a part in Canada's AI success story.
You got it. And we can't forget about the universities.
Right, the university.
Canada has some of the world's leading universities for AI research, and they're playing a vital role in training the next generation of AI experts.
It's like they're these prestigious music academies,
Yeah.
Nurturing the talent that will go on to compose the AI symphonies of the future.
That's a fantastic analogy. And it's not just about academic research. These universities are also working closely with industry partners, making sure that their research is actually turned into real-world applications.
So you've got this seamless pipeline from basic research to commercialization,
Yeah.
all happening within this really vibrant AI ecosystem.
Precisely. And this interconnectedness is one of the things that makes Canada so special. They've created an environment where academia, industry, and the government are all working together
Yeah,
towards a common goal,
which is...
advancing AI in a way that benefits everyone.
So speaking of real-world applications, are there any specific success stories that show how Canada's AI expertise is making a real difference?
Absolutely. Let's take healthcare, for example.
Okay, health.
Canada's become a world leader in applying AI to healthcare challenges. One really great example is this company called Blue Dot.
Blue Dot.
Yeah, they use AI algorithms to track and predict the spread of infectious diseases.
That's amazing.
It is. And their technology was super important in providing those early warnings about the COVID-19 pandemic.
Wow.
It really shows the power of AI in addressing these critical health needs.
It's incredible to see how Canadian innovation is not only pushing the boundaries of technology,
Yeah.
but also making a difference in people's lives.
And that's just one example. There are so many others across different sectors, like finance, transportation, energy. Canadian companies are developing AI solutions that are transforming industries
Right.
and making the world more efficient, sustainable, and equitable.
This deep dive into Canada's AI ecosystem is so eye-opening.
I know, it's fascinating.
It's not just about CIFAR or any one organization.
Right.
It's about this multifaceted approach, this spirit of collaboration, this shared vision for the future where AI is used for good.
You've summed it up perfectly. And that's what really sets Canada apart in the global AI race. They're not just building technology.
Yeah.
They're building a better future, one algorithm at a time.
That's a great way to put it. I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier about investors being drawn to companies that are actually applying their AI expertise to real-world problems.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell me more about that?
Sure. Let's look at AI-powered drug discovery.
Okay.
This is an area where Canada is really excelling. Imagine a world where AI can help us develop life-saving drugs faster,
Wow.
bringing treatments to patients more quickly and efficiently.
That's amazing.
That's exactly what Canadian companies are doing.
Okay.
Companies like Deep Genomics and Benchai. They're using AI to analyze tons of data, identify promising drug candidates, and optimize clinical trials.
So it's like science fiction becoming reality.
Exactly. It's revolutionizing the pharmaceutical industry, and it could change the lives of millions of people around the world.
It's incredible to see how AI can address some of our biggest challenges.
And it goes beyond healthcare, too.
Yeah.
Another area where Canadian AI is making waves is in clean technology.
Oh, right.
Canada has a growing number of companies developing AI-powered solutions to fight climate change and create a more sustainable future.
Which ties back into what we talked about with CIFAR supporting research in things like climate solutions.
Exactly. It's all connected.
So these companies are using AI to do things like...
Well, you've got companies like Carbon Cure and Element AI.
Okay.
They're using AI to develop really innovative solutions for carbon capture, renewable energy optimization, waste reduction.
So Canada's AI expertise isn't just in labs and research papers.
Right.
It's actually being used to create solutions that are making a real difference.
That's what makes this so exciting. It's not just about technological progress. It's about using AI to have a positive impact on society.
Right.
And that's exactly what attracts investors like 𝗓𝗓.
Yeah.
They're not just after financial returns.
Right.
They want to invest in companies that are making the world a better place.
It's inspiring to see how Canada's AI ecosystem is driving innovation, but also fostering the sense of purpose and social responsibility.
Absolutely. And this is something I want our listeners to take away from this. As AI continues to shape our world,
Right.
it's so important to support and invest in those initiatives that prioritize ethical considerations
Okay.
and aim to use AI for good.
That's a powerful message. So when we come back in part 3, I'm curious to hear more about this new wave of investors like 𝗓𝗓,
Okay.
who are looking for both financial returns and a positive social impact. Welcome back to our deep dive, into Canada's AI scene, and it's been fascinating to see how they're really becoming a global leader, especially with CIFAR playing such a key role. And we've talked a lot about the talent, the research, but what's really stuck with me is this commitment to using AI for good,
It's definitely refreshing. We're seeing a real shift from just building the most advanced AI to building AI that actually benefits society.
Yeah.
And it's attracting a new type of investor. Someone who wants both financial returns and a positive impact on the world.
Right, like 𝗓𝗓.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She represents this new generation of investors who are really looking at the bigger picture. They want to support companies that are making a difference.
Exactly.
And she's not alone. More and more investors are realizing that ethical considerations aren't just a nice to have.
Right.
They're crucial for long-term success in the AI space.
It's like they're finally seeing that doing good is good for business.
That's a great way to put it. Investors are realizing that ethical AI isn't just about avoiding risks. It's about unlocking new opportunities and building a more sustainable and equitable future.
But how do these investors like 𝗓𝗓 actually put this into practice,
Yeah.
How do they evaluate the ethical side of an AI project or a company?
That's a great question, and it's something that the whole investment community is still grappling with.
Okay.
There's no easy answer, no magic formula.
Right.
But there are a few key things they look at.
Like what? Give us the inside scoop.
Well, first they look at the company's overall commitment to ethical AI. Do they have a clear ethical framework in place?
Okay.
Have they publicly stated their commitment to ethical principles?
Gotcha.
Do they have a diverse team working on these issues?
So it's not just about the technology itself.
No.
It's about the company's culture and values.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Investors are looking for companies where ethical AI is part of their DNA, not just something they add on later as an afterthought.
They want to see action, not just words.
Absolutely. They also really scrutinize the specific AI systems the company's developing.
Okay.
What data are they using to train their AI? Are they taking steps to minimize bias?
Right.
How are they ensuring transparency and accountability?
So they're digging deep into the nuts and bolts of it all, making sure it's built responsibly from the ground up.
Exactly. And they're also thinking about the potential impact of that AI system on society as a whole.
Right.
Could it be used in harmful ways or discriminatory ways? Are there safeguards in place to prevent misuse?
It's like they're playing chess, thinking several moves ahead to see what could go wrong.
That's a great way to think about it. And it's not just about avoiding harm either.
Okay.
It's about actively using AI for good.
Right.
Could this technology help tackle social challenges or promote equality?
So they're not just looking for companies that are avoiding doing bad things. They're
Really?
looking for companies that are trying to do good things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Investors like 𝗓𝗓 are looking for companies that can do both, achieve financial success and make the world a better place.
It's really exciting to see this shift in the investment landscape,
Yeah.
with more and more investors taking these ethical considerations seriously.
It's a sign that the industry is maturing, that it's starting to really understand its responsibility to society.
And it shows that investors are realizing that ethical AI isn't just the right thing to do.
Right.
It's smart business.
For sure. Companies that are seen as ethical and trustworthy are more likely to attract customers, partners, top talent.
It's a win-win situation.
It is ethical AI is good for everyone.
Exactly. And that's why Canada's focus on ethical AI development is so strategic. It's not just about doing the right thing, it's about establishing themselves as a leader in this really important and rapidly growing industry.
And attracting investors like Mira Lawson, who are looking to make a real difference in the world.
Exactly. She sees Canada as a place where she can invest in the future of AI and feel good about it.
Right.
This whole deep dive has been incredibly insightful. We've learned so much about Canada's AI strategy.
Yeah, it's been a great discussion.
CIFAR's crucial role, the importance of ethical AI development.
Definitely.
It's a complex and ever-changing topic,
That's right.
but it's one that we need to keep talking about.
Absolutely.
And as AI continues to evolve, these conversations are only going to become more important.
I agree. We need to keep discussing these issues, challenging assumptions, and pushing for responsible innovation.
Exactly. We all have a role to play in this, from the investors and developers to everyday people like us.
Right. It's our shared responsibility to make sure that AI is used to benefit humanity.
So as you go about your day, think about how AI is already impacting your life
Yeah.
and what you can do to help shape its future. The choices we make today are going to determine the world we create tomorrow.
Well said. That's a great note to end on.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Canada's AI advantage.